Previously in Rick versus Pete, I challenged Pete to a match in Las Vegas. The first part had many highs
Wow.
and lows, but currently we are all square. In this video you are going to see who wins and who has to bungee off the Stratosphere.
Oh, I just need to get over that horrific 3-putt.
Told you it's the biggest match in the world. Things
Pressure, it does crazy things to people, doesn't it?
right, straight down, par 5.
Good course actually. I mean, it's the 8th hole, it's only the second time we've actually got a driver out. And I don't think that par 5 really needed a driver. A little bit right, but the fairway seems pretty forgiving up there.
Good golf shot, Pete.
How far's it from?
230 to the front.
230. Yeah, I think with this wind, a nice solid 5, Rick does get quite a bit of distance on his irons.
So Pete's just in the left hand side rough, but it's that snaggy stuff. Right up on the right hand side. Whoa.
Ricky boy.
And that is a stellar putt. Take that away for birdie. Very good. Great speed.
People par 5s, don't we? Especially with a jump like that. Especially with a jump like that.
First contact with the ground, it just hopped.
Jumped in it.
You're back to 1 up. What a very disappointing chip.
That hope didn't last long, did it?
Pete's still 1 up through 9. Let's have a quick recap. So currently Pete is 1 up through 9.
Yeah,
It's been a good match so far.
I think it's been good. If I'm being brutally honest, I think I should be more up. I think I've let a couple of things slip.
Whoa.
And then at the very same time, we should be much closer because there's been a couple of shots that have been from you, which has just been really weird.
Who is this guy? He's trying to get in my head.
No, I think the actual match, because of that, has been even. It's been good.
Yeah, I think I've definitely missed some opportunities. The stupid par 3, obviously the 5th or 4th, whatever, horrendous hole. So currently match 1 up. We're going to hit the back 9, grab some food. Guys, if you're liking the video, make sure you smash like. Go and check out Pete on his channel always and subscribe. Right, let's get into the back 9, and there's only 1 shot in it. It's going to be good. So 10th hole here at Dragonridge, and I've got to admit this is a complex hole structure because from what we've seen using the GPS on the car and my watch and everything else, this hole is super complicated.
Still don't know. So I'm going to go for the right hand fairway, which is over that way. The left hand fairway is over here, but it looks tight.
Yeah, it does.
Really tight.
So we think there's like a pyramid of rocks there, and we're going to hit it over there at like 250, and then honestly after that it's in the lap of the gods.
Who knows?
5 wood off Pete, back 9 as the epic match continues. Pete takes a 1 up lead heading into these final 9 remaining holes. Lost it completely.
Yeah, it's over the middle of the triangle.
Yeah?
Just to the right of the triangle, so.
I honestly lost it completely.
This is maybe one of those holes where you'd say that maybe playing it beforehand would have been good.
We didn't know where we were playing till yesterday.
My main commitment was basically just pick a side and hit it. I didn't want to be caught in the middle. You going over there as well?
Yeah, straight over those rocks.
No, that's what I was a little bit wary you're doing. I don't know. I don't know.
A bit left of the triangle. So hard to tell how this happened. So good news, the triangle of rocks we were aiming for led us to a fairway, but actually we both missed it. Pete's up the right, I'm up the left. It's a little dinky hole. We've now just got a little flick, less than 100 yards. Is it, Pete?
Yeah, 77.
77 yards to a pin that is ultra front out of this heavy kind of snaggy rough. I'm up the right, sorry, the left hand side. Pete's here on the right.
It's going to go. Just going to try and flick a lob wedge up in the air.
Okay.
Trying to get it to land soft if I can. That's not going to land soft.
Oh, that is such a hard shot. You're putting, coming back a little bit.
So Rick is up there, he's going to walk and disappear around the side. Actually made a bit of an error. Like from where we were, that rough looked like it went pretty much to the edge of the green. There's actually quite a bit beforehand, but I was going to pitch down onto the slope. Can you see it? So he can just see the top of it. So he's got to come basically over this rocky mound of grass and little tree, pitch it onto the downslope. Might not know, but he's got to get this to the green really, or he's just going to shoot forward. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah, nice shot. Yeah, pretty good, bud.
So the wind's just starting to pick up here at Dragonridge. It's quite nice actually, quite refreshing. Pete for birdie. Just a bit low, take it away.
Yeah, I don't know what wind Rick's referring to there, but that blast of a hairdryer I just got in my face.
It doesn't feel like it.
It's so warm. Yeah, just a touch right to left. Not a bad effort though, that, but take it away. A little bit more of a better pace to that one for you.
Yeah, much better roll. I felt like I was more committed.
More committed, yeah.
11th hole, bunkers everywhere. There's a bunker out there about 270 to carry into wind, but with this climate, you'd like to think we're probably going to carry that.
Doable, I think, isn't it?
And then after that, it's a breeze.
We're going to aim at that right-hand bunker. If it drifts a little, wind's kind of that way.
Yeah, it's a good looking
hole.
hole.
There's much trouble right. So.
Look at that. Let me know down below if that's the hole you'd love to play. The amount of bunkers on it. Ooh.
Wow.
Wowzers, Peter. Now weirdly, as misses go, there's not been many opportunities. Missing it by that much, you'd be okay. But it looks to me like you might have looked out there.
Rick, that's almost missed the other fairway. That is so far to the right. That was not being quite fully committed over the shot I was trying to play there. Trying to fade it left to right with a left to right wind. Not ideal, however, yeah, I have definitely got away with it. There's a fairway over there. Whew.
Eating up.
That's the shot. That's the shot. You're drifting a touch. Drifted a bit at the end, but
I just hope that me missing it by 10-15 yards is less penal than you missing it by 70 yards.
70 on the rest. Well, on the bright side, we didn't miss left, so I would not be going in there.
So after Pete's errant tee shot, it's almost like this was planned.
Yeah, well, you know, Google Maps last night, research told me this was my miss. 140 I've got. It's into wind up the hill though, so I'm just gonna a little flighted 7.
Yeah.
At the basically the gap in the middle of the bunkers.
Okay.
And if it moves right, it's going to move right. Go for it.
See what you do. Oh, he's tugged it left.
Now this is the issue with these lies. So you can see Rick's approaching from this side. You can see how the grass is going to get caught in between the club and the ball. It's definitely going to come out hot. It's definitely going to be a flyer. It just depends how Rick handles it. So how far you got?
How Rick handles it. 120 middle. Pin looks like it's front middle.
What are you going to go for?
I'm going to hit as hard as I can sand wedge.
Yeah.
I'd normally hit gap wedge from this range.
No, I think that's right. Oh, that needs to go. It's come out a bit dead, that.
A bunker.
I didn't see it down, but it didn't. Maybe just a touch, a little bit too much behind, maybe, but.
Possibly.
Tough one, that though, mate. It's a tough break.
Just a bit.
Tough break.
Only, well, a bit too far off the fairway.
Well, listen, just, you know, that's what happens when you hit good drives. It penalises you. I didn't quite get that, but I'm almost certain Rick just got second degree burns off that rake when he picked it up.
Honestly, so hot.
Very nicely played that. Yeah, nice shot.
Pete, front of the green, opted to go for a 9-iron chip and run. Not his finest effort. Good for speed, just came off right almost straight away. Yeah, good part, right in the middle.
Very nice indeed. So we might have a bit of a situation here. I'm in the fairway on the right hand side. I hit a 5 wood. Now Rick hit a 3 wood just to try and get it to the end of the fairway, but I think it's been overcooked. I think Rick might be in a spot of bother, and it's a penalty area. Ain't going in there though.
Right, breaking news. I think I've had a little bit of a brain malfunction. I've unfortunately hit 3 wood big into the penalty area, full of snakes and all sorts. So I'm not going to look down there, so I have to take a penalty drop. Meanwhile, Pete took 5 wood, and I thought he'd hit 3 wood. That's my moment of lack of concentration. Hopefully it doesn't cost me too much. What, you hitting 5 wood?
3 wood this time.
Okay. 3 wood into this par 5.
You're doing well to reach it, but...
You're on.
280 to the front.
Good golf shot.
Good drop.
It's alright.
Good drop, sir. Very good.
Right, mental error. I need to reset, recalibrate. I'm 288 to the middle. I'm going to rifle 3 wood next to the pin and make the greatest fall you've ever seen.
No, it won't. Now, if your first one was in the rattlesnakes, that's in with the raptors, that.
That is dead.
That is deader than dead. Mate, we all have a bad hole.
Oh, Shielsy. Not now. Not now. Such a silly mistake off the tee. I had 2-iron in my hand. Oh, I was going to hit 2-iron. Why did I pull 3 wood? Lesson learned, kids. It's enough. Pete goes 2 up after 12 holes. I'll tell you what, this is a true risk and reward hole.
It's one of those where if there wasn't quite a lot on the line, you know, if there wasn't a jump off the
biggest
tallest
match.
building in Nevada, but the pin and the green is way up to the left over the ravine.
Just where that guy is. Wow.
To be fair, I think with the wind,
It's not quite
probably
gettable.
wouldn't be gettable either, would it? So
So it's a down the right, fairway's loads down the right, it's about 270 run out. Guess what? I'm going to hit a 2 iron, not a 3 iron this time. Don't make the same mistake. You hitting 5 wood again?
Yeah, a little five, yeah.
Golf shot. That is perfect.
That'll do. And just to warn you, Rick, I'm feeling I'm vibing a little bit now. Also got a little crowd start to assemble. A few members here at Dragonridge. Oh, no zoom required. And they are side by side. Makes filming a bit easier, doesn't it?
We should definitely go for the green.
So it's a pitch off. Rick's got 95, I've got 90.
Just in a little old divot.
When Rick
divot.
says a little old divot, I mean that is like, that was maybe taken in 1923. I think he's grown up enough now.
The course only opened in 2000. What was it, 95?
95. What are you going with?
Just a little 3/4 56.
Setting in the bunker. All good?
Using the wind nicely. Not sure, zooming down, no clap.
No clap, a little bit long I think, maybe that one. Well, those, Rick, are two pretty decent shots there. I reckon that was probably yours, the way you hit yours. Spinning back, mine was a little bit less spinny, I think. Not bad, congratulations.
I was hoping I was closer.
Oh, it moved. That looked like the last kind of third of the putt just swung a touch, that.
Yeah, it did. I was gonna, should have hit it through the break a bit harder. Felt like a big chance there, big turning point potentially. He knew it was in early. Getting much closer to getting strapped up and jumping off that bad boy. Pete suddenly goes 3 up. So yeah, when you go in the rocks and stuff, it's definitely not worth going into, because that snake isn't just any snake. It appears to have a rattle on its tail. Right, 14th hole, par 3, playing about 190. See what we do. Won't be in trouble.
Forward! Four! No, that's okay. I think that's actually the left edge of the green. I was getting very dramatic.
Okay, Pete's found bunker on the right hand side here on 14. He's got the pin just here on top of the little perch. I am just left of the green. Ooh. Didn't quite get enough.
Nice ball.
So Peter for par, pile on the pressure on my short putt. Just off the green. That is wide and a miss.
Nice ball. Nice par.
Thank you.
Back to 2, mate.
Okay, quick diary update after 15. Sorry, after 14. So I'm 2 down with 4 to go. It's not over. Just a bit frustrated with the par 5 where I lost the ball and that birdie putt on the last, but made it up there with a good par. Got to stay strong, got to stay focused, got to get it back to closer to all square with a few holes left to go. I think we've got a decent looking par 4 coming up next.
So, 2 down. Rick stands on the tee. Mate, don't waste unnecessary energy doing that kind of stuff.
Fight back in this match. Par 4 straight down, bunker. How far's the bunker?
Bunker was 330. Another one which is kind of bang in the middle of the fairway. I think it's slightly into off the right, so I can't imagine us getting there. But oh, that's a bit necky, but it's going into the wind there, so that'll be fine.
Nailed. Straight at the bunker. Won't get there because of the breeze. That's perfect.
Get off it. Whoa.
Yeah, nice use of the slope, I think. You look out for snakes, alright?
I mean, there can't be that many snakes in here, surely.
Can I move that rock or not?
Probably class that as a loose impediment just yet. Oh yeah, that one, yeah. Well, it's in a penalty area, so you can move hazards if you want.
Oh, Rick!
Gone for it. No. Oh. Take it away.
I think I'll look back at that, shot out the snake infested rocks and just think I should have committed more. Right, Pete for birdie. He was unlucky because if he'd have hit the ridge it would have gone left. He has gone delicate on it, but he's alright. Yeah, that's good. Pete goes 3 up with 3 to play. So this is it, 16th hole, drivable par 4. You can't really see anything down here. We've just been having some local knowledge. There's 3 trees up on the hill there. If you start it on there with a draw, the green's only, what, 270-ish away. So very gettable. Now I've got the big stick out, because I'm going to have a crack. I'm 3 down with 3 to play. Surprised Mr. Finch has got the big stick out.
I think that's absolutely perfect.
Oh, it's not drawing.
It's not drawing. Oh. The spotters are walking. Oh, they're running. Oh no, they're running. Oh, Eli's running. So here's the situation, folks. Rick is in the rocks here. This is just going to be a smash and hope. What has just happened? What did
No biggie.
What a shot! That is unbelievable.
That was actually ridiculous. I honestly didn't think.
I don't think I got off the zoom quick enough, but he's basically pitched in the rough just before the fringe. It's kind of bobbled on and then.
Peter, this ain't over.
Wow.
This ain't over. Right, Pete's just in the first cut of sand over there. See what he can do from over there. This is where Pete's ball is. So, it's past the pin on this par 4. I don't think we actually even said that at any point today. It's par 4 this hole. It's beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. Well,
Talking about shot of the day, mate.
I know, I thought I had it for a period of time. I probably had it for maybe total of 30 seconds in this video.
No, you've definitely still got a shot of the day.
Great.
Because yours had the added danger element of breaking something.
And snake.
And not a club, and snakes.
What a golf shot. That's unbelievable. Played it to perfection.
Yeah, that was pretty decent, that, to be fair. Right.
Better get strapped up for that Stratosphere. Come on.
Now that surely must be fate. He's setting up Stratosphere literally just on his back. Turn. What an unbelievable birdie that is. That is unbelievable.
You know what, guys? Who cares about what?
I mean, that is
brilliant. That is brilliant.
I think that's one of the greatest birdies I've ever made, ever. Okay, Pete for birdie to win the match. This epic duel, Rick versus Pete. The back and forth has been electrifying. The support has been incredible, but it all comes down to this putt. Wow! Huge gust of wind.
If it was any other time, I'd have just hit that.
A huge gust of wind. Wow!
Coming from the Stratosphere, look.
Talk about putting him, making him question it. For birding to win the match. Very nicely done.
I really didn't want to jump off that.
I mean, to be fair, you should have won. You're the full-time player.
Oh, not this again.
I had that lined up. Guys, what a great match. We're going to carry on playing the 17th, 18th and maybe just throw them together in the clip. But if not, stay tuned to the end of the video. I will be jumping off the Stratosphere. That's if it's open, but I will be doing it. Guys, go ahead. Check out Pete on his channel. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the back and forth on social media, let us know down below and we will potentially do it again in some other ridiculously random location. Duel in the sun. What an epic match.
Here it comes. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was awesome.